Hello, my name is Chantel Menden, and the career that I'll be talking about today is marriage and family therapy. That's the career that I want to go into, so that was the one that I was really interested in learning more about. I wasn't able to find somebody to interview, so most of the information that I got was off of the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics website. So that's where I got most of my information. So for the working environment, typically the environment is in small groups with couples or families and sometimes one-on-one. This career is super family friendly, obviously, and it's one that has a little bit of flexibility but is typically a full-time career. They work in a variety of settings. Sometimes they work for government agencies, sometimes they work for religious affiliations, sometimes they work in schools or in counseling groups, but it looked like most often they are self-employed and private practice. So the typical stressors of this job is that obviously you're dealing with a lot of people's personal problems. I mean, I learned in one of my classes that typically people seek out counseling after about 6 years of having issues, before they seek out help. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of issues. There's people are dealing with maybe addiction problems or substance abuse problems, anxiety, depression, and then obviously just disharmony in their families, complications in relationships. And so that can be a stressful thing. There's a lot of weight on you to, help these people, and that can be stressful. Also, MFTs deal with referrals from, social workers and from psychiatrists and have to work alongside those other careers sometimes with some of their clients. So that could be a stressor, possibly. The benefits for this job, depending on where you get your job, vary, because if you work for like a government agency, obviously they have pretty good health benefits, and usually they have retirement programs, but it looked like from what I found online that about 50% of the people in this field are working in private practice. So, the health benefits are going to vary in those situations. If you're self-employed, then obviously there's not going to be the benefits, but if you're working for a larger company or you're working for the government, then there will be benefits. And the national median average salary for this career is $48,600. The typical job tasks: they work with families, couples, and individuals trying to solve the various issues they're dealing with in their family. They try to bring a family-centered perspective to the clients. They try to help their clients learn and mend relationships in the family. They deal with a variety of personal problems such as stress, low self-esteem, anxiety, domestic abuse, depression, and addiction, and they create treatment plans for their clients. The educational requirements: they have to have a master's degree in marriage and family studies or in marriage and family therapy, or a master's degree in psychology. They need to have a license from whatever state they're practicing in from their licensing board in marriage and family therapy, and they're required, depending on where you live, to do 2,000 to 4,000 hours of clinical work in the field of marriage and family studies. So I know in California it's 3,000, but I've heard that in Idaho it's 2,000. So I guess it just depends on the state that you live in. The starting salary range is $30,540. That's what the lowest 10% of people working this field are making, and the experienced salary range is $81,960. So that's what the top 10% of the people working this field are making. Miscellaneous career information. This career is expected to have significant growth between 2014 and 2024. It said that there was expected to be about a 15% growth over that 10-year period, which is higher than the national average for other jobs. So that is a lot of growth. On a side note, we know just from a gospel perspective that, the family is disintegrating and it's becoming a real problem in society. And so unfortunately that means a lot of growth in this field. So you know, it's a bad thing, but I guess it's somewhat good if you're, you know, hoping to, you know, provide for your family and have a career. And that's all the information I got, so hopefully this has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing everybody else's videos, so thanks.